Welcome back with Cooking with Mrs. Harris. On today's menu, we're doing homemade chili, which is my husband's favorite dish. So all you will need is one large onion. It can be whatever kind, sweet onion, yellow onion, white onion, it's up to you. One red bell pepper, one green bell pepper, crushed red peppers, onion powder, cumin, chili powder, garlic powder, seasoned salt, and I like to add in mine Slap Your Mama seasoning and Creole seasoning. You don't have to add those are just my preference. You're gonna need some garlic. It can be chopped or crushed, or it can be fresh garlic, or minced garlic, I'm sorry. However kind of garlic you want. You need tomato paste, tomato sauce, dark red kidney beans, chili beans, and light red kidney beans. Now, the preference of how much beans you want in yours is up to you as well. I always use 2 cans of red light kidney beans and 2 cans of chili beans, and I only use 1 can of the dark red kidney beans, sorry. And then you can use ground turkey or you can use ground beef. In this video, I'm using ground chuck and then just regular ground beef. All right, let's get started. Okay guys, we're back. We're all done with chopping up our bell peppers and our onions. So now we're gonna cook our meat. First thing you wanna do is add you a little bit of oil to your, I say about a tablespoon of oil, maybe a little bit under, for your bell peppers, because you want to caramelize them a little bit before we add our meat in. Okay. Now let's go ahead and add all our vegetables. Gonna pull it around so that you can get a very good color out of them. You want to cook them just a little bit, not too much. You don't want them to be brown yet. So we want that flavor to come in once we cook everything together. You want to keep a little bit of the onion flavor in there. Okay, so make sure your eye is on medium. My eye's a little crazy, so we're going to turn mine up just a little bit more. See that piece right there? We're going to take that out. Nothing smells better than some onions and bell peppers frying on the stove. Okay, now that our onions and bell peppers have sauteed for a little bit, let's go ahead and add in our meat. And remember, I'm using beef chuck. And ground beef. Now you don't have to use these. Usually I use ground turkey, but today I want to use a different flavor. Every now and then we'll eat ground beef. This is one of those times. Take it on out the pack so it can come on out. No meat left behind. Okay? Alright guys, we are back. Our meat is fully cooked. I've drained them. So now it's time for us to add our beans in. I went ahead and pre-rinsed my kidney beans and my red and black, my light red kidney beans and my dark red kidney beans. So we can add those in. Okay. Oh, and also my eye is on low, so it can stop cooking for a minute until I get everything in here. Okay. I'm trying out these little pieces that I don't like in here. And this is the beans. Now, depending on you, you may want to add another can of beans in. I'm making a big pot, so I need a lot of beans. And then the only beans that I didn't rinse off was my chili beans because I like the sauce that it comes in it. It's not the usual sauce that comes in the regular beans, but if you can see it a little bit, it's like a reddish color. So it's a medium flavor. So I'm going to add these in. All right. Stir it around. And then you can look at your meat and see if it's enough for you. Is that going to be enough beans, or do you think that you should add some more? And for me, I think I'm going to add another can, just to be on the safe side because it's chili, you know? It's not just regular chili. Guys, hear a noise? It's my can opener, opening my other beans. Same with this one. This is another chili bean, so I'm just gonna add it in because I like the flavor from it. Now, if you don't want to do that, you don't got to. The preference is all yours. You don't have to add another extra bean. You know, you don't have to add as many. But so far, I have 4 cans. Okay. So now it's time for me to add my water. I'm using 4 cups. I've already measured this, so it should be fine. And then sometimes you don't need 4 cups. Sometimes you do. I'm going to use 4 cups because I like mine to cook a little bit. I like for my beans to cook a little bit before, you know, you add other stuff, and then it just gives it some time to cook. You know, even though in the can they're cooked already, but for me, this is how I like to do mine. So you see, it's really watery right now. So we could turn the eye back then up because we have liquid in here now. We're not burning anything. Now, I have 3 cans of tomato sauce. I'm just going to use 2 for right now, just to give it the flavor. Okay, guys, I did have to take out some of the water because I forgot that I had got 3 cans of the tomato sauce. So you don't want it to be too watery, and you don't want to cook it too much. You just want to cook it so all of the meat and the beans and the vegetables to get all of the flavor. So let me add my other can. I have 1 more can left. I'm not going to use it just yet. Okay. Then you want to add a tablespoon, sorry, of tomato paste. A hefty tablespoon. I know that was a little bit more than a tablespoon, but okay. It's up to you. You don't have to use it at all. I like to use it in mine. So we're going to use that. Alright, then we're going to add the last of our seasonings. So we got our chili powder. Very important in the dish. Now, it's chili powder. It may be a little hot, but it's going to be okay. It's just a little heat. It's not like pepper heat. And then, of course, our ground cumin, which is actually the very important part. See, that comes out a little bit too slow for me, so we're going to take this top off and we're just going to dump it in there. You don't need as much as I use, but I have a big pot, so I need all my flavor to be in there. Then I'm going to add my garlic. You can add a teaspoon or a tablespoon. I love garlic, so I'm going to add a tablespoon on mine. Dip it in there so we can get all the other little pieces off. Then we're going to mix it around. Guys, smells good already. And then the last little bit of seasoning, salt, which I forgot to tell you guys would probably need. Black pepper. And I'm just going to add a little bit more of my Creole seasoning here. Now, mind you, this is my chili my way. You can make your chili any type of way you would like. This is just how I prefer to cook mine. With the seasonings that I use. And then my crushed red peppers. That just gives it a little bit more heat. Since we're not using any jalapenos or anything, that'll be just fine. Now I have another can. I'm gonna wait to put it in. I want this to cook a little bit before I do anything else. So it can thicken it up a little bit. And that's what the tomato paste is for, to help it thick. Now I'm gonna probably add another tablespoon to mine, just because I have a big pot. Now you don't have to make a big pot like this. You can use just a small thing of ground turkey and 1 can of each bean. If you just don't plan on cooking it, you know, just eating it for that night. Me, I like to have leftovers. My family likes leftovers. So I always make a big pot of it because I don't make it that often. And it's not really that hard to make. It's just, I don't know. I don't make it that often. Because to me, chili is like that home feeling when it's cold and rainy outside. And that's one of our days today. So it seemed like it was a perfect time for chili. Alrighty, so we have that sitting. We're gonna let it cook for maybe like 30 minutes, and then we're gonna come back and check on it. Hey guys, we're back. So it's been about 30 minutes. Let's check on our stuff. Alright, look at there. It looks delicious. Smells delicious. It's almost done. Now, this is one of the last things that I like to do once I already added all of my ingredients. Which is probably something that a lot of people don't do, but I do. I like to add a tablespoon of sugar. And I just drizzle it on there. And for me, because I like the little sweetness in mine, I'm going to add one more for me, one for you, two for me, one for you, because I have a big pot. Okay? And also, I found this in my cabinet, this McCormick chilies flavoring. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that in there as well. Even though we've had enough already, but you can never have too much stuff in here that will give your food a lot of flavor. And we're just gonna, and then this will also help make it a lot too. Even make it even more thicker. Even though it's already thick, but you know. You guys know what I'm trying to say. So yes, you want to mix it around, mix your sugar around. Make sure it's nice and stirred. So all of everything that you've added in here, it will be consistent throughout the whole pot. See, look at that, a little bit of that stuff on there. Let's scrape it on back in there because we need that. We need all of that yummy stuff, you know? You guys, it's almost done. Alright guys, it's been 10 minutes later and we're back. I turned the eye down a lot because I didn't want it to overcook. And this is our finished product. Look at this. It looks very yummy. Very yummy. It's done. The beans are done. The onions are done. The bell peppers. The meat is really done. So let me just show you how we're going to plate it for everyone to eat. Alrighty. So, also, I forgot to add, you can eat chili however you want to eat it. You can eat it by itself, or you can eat it by itself with crackers. My family, they like rice. So I made a pot of rice while we were waiting on it to be done. And you don't have to add a lot. I'm going to show you how we eat it over here in the Harris household. So we got our pot of rice. Then we get us some chili. Put it on top. Yeah, it may not be the prettiest bowl in the world, but it'll do. So let me move it down so you can see a little bit more. Alright. We're going to get some cheese to throw on top. Throw some cheese on top. And then a little bit of sour cream. And there you go. This is Mrs. Harris homemade chili. for the works. Thank you guys for joining us. Come back soon.